Hey, welcome back to another Hockey Nation, Hab Nation show with the hockey coach Frenchie, directly for the Before Country at 10 on amazing great Monday night, February 23rd, 2026. Are you ready? Talking about your team, the Bleu Blanc Rouge. The week is start already for all of us, and hopefully you're ready to NHL back. The Montreal back, the Olympic over, but we are not done yet talking about the Olympic. We are not yet talking about the beginning of the Montreal Canadiens, the last 25 game. The next 90 minutes to 2 hours, I'm going to go an overview of what's going on around the NHL, the Montreal Canadiens, and all the celebration in USA. If you live in Canada, maybe you don't see exactly what's going on in USA, but the gold medal changed completely the philosophy of hockey in USA versus Canada. And that could make an impact for a long time in the future for Canada and USA. So I'm going to give you a little bit more deeper the impact of the gold medal yesterday. Well, yeah, it was yesterday, I believe, in Italy for the Olympic 2026. And I'm going to go a little bit more deeper. Big change is coming in Montreal with Ken Hughes, and rumor from St. Louis Blues for the Montreal Canadiens. Expert, reporter from Atlantic and from TSN predict big trade between the Blues and the Montreal Canadiens. It's get out the last couple hours, and you're going to be the one are going to judge or not this is possible or not for the Montreal Canadiens. So tonight I'm going to dive in and talking about your Bleu Blanc Rouge. Don't go nowhere. This is a place to be if you want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens. And I'm going to give you a little bit more deeper what's going on. And the subject of the night, of course, I want to share it with you is about the trade deadline. Still on March 6th, so it's just the beginning of the rumor. The big move is coming from the Montreal Canadiens, and the Ken Hughes is ready to rock and roll with the next couple of days. What's going to happening? Because the big move coming is not only about the trade; it's a roster. We have now 15 forward in Montreal. 15. So what's going happening with 15? We cannot use 15 plus 7 plus 2 goalie. It's 24 players. So we are limited. And Ken Hughes is going to figure out this the next couple of days with Martin St. Louis. Martin St. Louis, Montreal back on the practice. And it's going to be now for the next couple of days until they are back on the ice Thursday. The NHL is back Wednesday. And one thing is going on now is all the injuries get out of the Olympics could have an effect on different team. And is it worth it? So, guys, I will need you to talking to me about everything tonight, sharing what you're thinking about what happening in the last couple of days, a couple of weeks, and what is coming. Because now we are at the final stretch. I call this my final stretch. Why? Because the trade deadline, and then we have approximately 23 to 27 games for all the different teams in NHL, and how Montreal going to get a playoff spot, how they can do that versus other team in Atlantic. I'm going to give you 4 different teams in the NHL have going to be make an impact until to the end of the season on different division. And tonight we're focusing on the Metropolitan Division on the trade deadline. And what could happen with different team on this Eastern Conference could have an impact also for the Montreal Canadiens. This show is full, and I'm alone to carry on that. So hopefully you're going to be with me until to the end. And don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe. And remember, we're going to carry on also more NHL live stream. The Blue Jays have a big game today from the third base. The new players from Japan hit a home run of over 400 feet today. And we're going to carry on the next couple of months. The Blue Jays, the baseball classic, and then the Montreal Canadiens, the NHL team, the playoff. Guys, this is going to be amazing here if you like to talk about sport. Let's see what we got in the chat, guys. First of all, we have RJ Calabro with a couple of news. Thanks again, RJ, to sharing with us. Claude Richard sit at home in Ottawa, la capitale du Canada, and looking for the Montreal to come back. Mr. Run with Kings, directly from Utah. Big fan of the Kings and the Utah, and of course of the moderator of the Hockey Nation Live Show, Mr. Gilles, de retour avec nous. Mr. Gilles, welcome back, my friend. Thanks for being with us. And PLW go with basketball tonight with Kevin Durant with 35 points. Plus, good show. Thanks so much, Mr. PLW. Hopefully doing well. Johnny B in the house. Military plane picking up Team USA after hard parties in Miami and fly to the White House to celebrate with Donald Trump and everybody. John B is in the house. Stand the man knocked the door. Welcome back, Stand the man. Hopefully doing well. Back to the regular podcast. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Larry N knocked the door. Mr. Larry N, welcome back. And then Mr. Enartap with me last night have an amazing, great show. We love Mr. Enartap, the GOAT, the Hall of Famer of the podcaster, Mr. Enartap from Toronto. Mr. Gary knocked the door. Welcome back, Gary, from Canada. And then we have Matt Outdoor Sport. I think Team Canada need make their team more better what they got. Yeah, of course. We're going to talk to you tonight about the selection of the roster for Canada versus USA. Martin Besnet from Waterloo back in the house. Welcome back. San, would Carlton Perican be a good fit for the Habs if he's a 6'6", 230 pounds? Absolutely. About the size, the player is. He play with Team Canada, of course. But the cost of him, what it would be. Caden Cooley, David Rebecca plus a package deal. But definitely, right defenseman, this is the kind of defenseman you would like to get if Montreal was ready to win the Stanley Cup. Arenco, I believe, is 33, 34 years old. So the time Montreal is going to be there, and it will take at least 2 more years. But I think it will not happening right now. It would be the best situation for the Montreal to get Parenko because the cost would be too high for where they are. Philip Bryan, welcome back from Sherbrooke. Demigod will be dangerous now to the playoff. Evan Demidov, possible. Both McDavid and Trussard injured will not play for a few games for what we heard from John B. I did not hear anything about McDavid. Trussard, I don't know yet, but if it's an orders announce this, it's possible. But I did not hear anything about the Edmonton Oilers, unfortunately, today. So I apologize if it's not happening or I didn't have the right update about this. Larry Hen, I have some respect for women U.S. team, the American men team for Larry N. John B., my daughter, is in Miami tonight. I told her to look for the rich, toothless hockey players like OT winner Hughes, Jack Hughes. The golden goal of the team USA versus Team Canada. Both team, women and men, beat the Team Canada. That's make a couple of reflection about why USA win the gold and not the Canada. At the end of the day, that's the fact about that. They are the winner. You can tell me, yes, but this or this, I agree. The 3-on-3. At the end of the day, Team Women USA, Team Men USA beat Team Canada. That's simple. That's the reality. You can tell me, yeah, but today we wake up with 2 losses. and the face at the biggest stage around the world. They have a reason behind that. Is it the selection? On the woman's side, after Marie-Philippe Poulin, what we have? The USA women are bigger, stronger, better, skilled players. On the men's side, Bill Guérin built a team to win the gold medal. I'm not sure if Doug Armstrong built a team the way he did it to win the gold medal. Many fans from Montreal complaining about Bill Guérin. Oh, he did not get Caulfield. Oh, he did not get Lane Hudson. He got Trocheck and Miller. And how many people complaining about that? The fact like he used both of them. But it's funny because both of them was on the ice at 5 versus 3. Miller and Trocheck. I remember when he said 1 month ago, it's not always about the stats. But that's the fact we have right now to face today. He win. Bill Guérin. He makes some decision unpopular in Montreal. But today, they wake up with a gold medal. Meanwhile, in Canada, we select players like Marchand, Reinhardt. The bottom 6 of Canada didn't produce. We let home Sheffley, Bedard, Schaefer, Chikron. I don't know. I don't have the right answer. I'm not here to answer to you about my selection, but this is the fact now. The fact out there, the Olympic is over. But we have to wait. Sandman missed opportunity by Team Canada, cost them to gold medal. Absolutely right about that. I think McKinnon is going to have a couple of nightmares for weeks and months about that. Then hard to watch the woman game, a lot of turnover for that one. Yeah, and then I'm not an expert, or I'm not a guy follow a lot of women's site. I don't watch the PLW, the PH, well, the PWHL. I don't follow a lot of game, but you're right. It's like when you watch the American Hockey League versus NHL, the quality of hockey is not the same. And that's what you see with the women's side. That's the reality behind that. Women team to win and overtime again, Canada. Over there, welcome back in the house with Ron. Johnny Team USA Miracle on the ice. No magic in Milan. About that, sorry, but can't get the conclusion with a winner. Take all game. 3-on-3 on the Olympic is ridiculous than Ab. Coach, if Russian was playing an Olympic, Coach, where do you see them finishing in the middle if it allowed? Definitely a team Russian on the paper. And I said always on the paper because give you an example. Sweden on paper have maybe the best team over Slovakia, Finland, everything else. But they was not performing at the same level. A Russian team on the paper is definitely a top 3, in my opinion. But how they're going to perform that way, I'm not sure. But they have all the elements. Goaltender, Chesterkin, Vasilevsky, right there. The defenseman, the forward. There'll be a good team. I definitely see this. And that will change everything else. Can Canada go at the middle, at the end? Can USA get there? I'm not sure. Cashman is in the house. Welcome back. Thanks so much, my friend. My daughter is in Miami, so I can pick up that one over there. Let's go back down. If you have any comments, we have a time tonight. The template of the show, it could be up and down. And I just want to sharing. I want you to tell me I need you to participate at this show, and don't forget to click on the likes. I have to watch the woman. Hello, Coach Mr. Larry Laval, directly for Green Valley. Hopefully, the weather is nice and everything like that. Mr. Larry Laval, thanks to be with us. We will the next Olympic. We will win the next Olympic. If you look about, I did I love to do all the kind of stuff. I take a 2030 overview of the lineup. I don't think so Crosby be there, but the best next generation players and 2030 can McKenna make it? I don't know. Can Tupou make it? I don't know. But they are the next two players on the next 2 years at the NHL draft is coming. And then Bedard. Then you have Sheffer. So we have to wait. But we'll see. Larry, for Olympic coverage. You're welcome, Larry. It was a pleasure to do the coverage Olympic. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'll be honest with you guys. My heart, I'm sharing everything with you. My feeling, my emotion about that. I do this for 6 years. And I said to you, I go from up to down with the team, with the everything. And I was expect after a really great start of the Olympics with viewers, everything like that, I was doing, oh my God, this is going to be amazing at the end. And my frustration of the weekend was like, I still smiling and have a good time. But when you review the number of the weekend, and you said, why? What the F? Why YouTube channel does that? It's just difficult, but it is what it is. You have to reset, right? You can hit the wall. You can smash your head on the wall. You can be frustrated, everything. But after 6 years, I just said the YouTube channel are never going to recognize the channel. Whatever I do, whatever I change, whatever I modify, I'm stuck and with the YouTube channel where they want me to be. And I go over it about that. So I'm not going to change my mood or my life because the YouTube channel, they not recognize the people working hard. That's simple. They not recognize. You can do 30 hours of live streaming. They don't really care. Them, it's about money. It's about to put the people in front of other people to get more ads and to make more money at the end. They have an algorithmic number where they fit, but they don't recognize any rewards for the people working harder. So when you understand that, you do this for the love and for the passion and for the people around where we build. So that's the only thing. I don't know the destination of this channel. I don't know what is going to be the end of this, but at the end, you have to enjoy the ride. And the ride for me is every single day. So when I turn the on here, I'm happy. The rest, the outcome, I'm not in control because YouTube channel control my channel. That's it. That's all. So anyhow, I'm still smiling, have a good time. Is it what coach? Is it what caused U.S. women team dominate a period? Watch, but the men team were the individualists and never play as the best coach. Babcock did it in 2010. Watch that final with the U.S. Canadiens. Yeah, it's a good comments, Larry, and there are different ways you can see that. In my opinion. First of all, it's a part of my my segment about US about Olympics, where Canada compared to USA. This is a two different country, lead hockey for many years in Canada. USA developed a programs called National, the NTTP, Development Players. It's been this in 1990s. They built that program for what happened yesterday to win the gold medal. They've been that way to develop the best of the best players, skill-wise, agility-wise, talented-wise. They did that. This program was found to make the Team USA program the top of the top, and that discipline hockey. That's simple. Yesterday, they win 2-1. It took an amazing, great performance, maybe one of the biggest performance goaltender in the history of hockey, Connor Hellebuck. The only reason the Canadiens did not win is because of Connor Hellebuck. Without him, Canada won yesterday. Meanwhile, 90% of the time, Nathan McKinnon would put the puck in the net. It did not go that way yesterday. Whenever they try Canada, they lead 2 periods, the second period and the third period. They lead and dominate USA. But they have only one problem. It was Connor Hellebuck. And that's happening. When you go on overtime, 3 versus 3, everything could happen. You make one mistake, you flip overside. And they did do that since 2019. Before that, it was a 4-on-4. They turned the rule. This is the rule. When you start the tournament, the rule apply for all the team. So you cannot make any excuse. Is it not right? Completely disagree with the format. It should be 5-on-5. I understand they have time limit. I can understand that. But it's not good to finish a tournament like that, but it is what it is. Before that was a 4-on-4, then you have a shootout. That's it. That said, Canada was not ready and prepared to play a 3-on-3. Larry said, individualism. One player tried to do everything, tried to carry on the country over his shoulder. You can blame McDavid, you can blame McKinnon, you can blame McCarr. At the end of the day, when they came to the overtime, I think the strategy was not there, in my opinion. They not tried to build a strategy. And I think they tried to build only McDavid and McDavid. I think they have other players talented, and that team could play another time. This is the cream of the cream. This is the best of the best. I understand we missed Sidney Crosby. That would change everything. But yeah, many factors they could win the game yesterday. But again, this is a good way to reflect on where they are and what is next for Team Canada. And we'll see what's happening there. Let's see what we got the show, guys. The show tonight, guys, is about your show. It's not about me. I want you sharing. I want you to sharing with me what's happening and what we have right there. The USA goalie was the reason the USA won. He was the star. Exactly, Larry Laval. You nailed it. John, I hope John Cooper does not take it out on Matthews Wednesday night in Tampa. I'm not sure if Matthews is going to play, by the way. But I don't think so. I think those kind of players and the personality return that have a short memory. And I think that's the best way to do that. I know they will hurt, but it is what it is. At the end, and at that, Nicholas, Roger Bouchard, Nate, you here, coach, you welcome. Roger, appreciate a lot, my friend. Gilles, we know all what YouTube is all about. Very sad, but you are the good. And as possible, you welcome. Gilles, appreciate a lot. Roger, I watched the Al Players competition today at the Bell. It was really good. Yeah, it was fun to see that. Hudson, Jackie, everybody participate about that. It's fun to see that. And at the end of the day, guys, this is good for the people. At the end of the day, guys, sport. This has been my life, sport, hockey. And other sport, but more hockey. But I always said sport could make its friends in life of the people. And at any level, at any level, and this is why I believe hockey is the reason why you can make something good about that. That's what I share for 60 years now. The love of the game, the way, the impact we can make at any level. You can coach youth, pee-wee, C, and you can make an impact. The locker room is a place you can make an impact. Positive and negative. It's all depends who you are. But for me, this is the reason yesterday I was witnesses about one of the best game I never see in hockey. And it's sad you need a loser team, a winner team. By the end, you and me, we win because we see an amazing, great game. Was not perfect for the referee. They make a couple of missed calls, but at the end, they not make the reason they lose the game, one of the two teams. It was great hockey game yesterday, guys. It is what it is. Expect the gold medal game was 6-2 Canada. Eminem, welcome back in the house. Ron McDavid can gang of the hold his head a little bit high. McDavid has what Kreisky does not, and then he picked medal. I had this friend with you guys, Ron. I think, Ron, you're really hard on Connor McDavid, and many people are hard. This is the best player on the planet. Connor McDavid deserves more credit at what the people are thinking about Connor McDavid. I'm going to defend Connor McDavid because I think many people are looking at him because he did not win the Stanley Cup, but he did not win the gold medal. But he's the MVP of the tournament at Olympic. He's the MVP, the Connie Smythe, at the playoff 2 years ago. He lead, he dominate. But what you want him to be? The goaltender, the defenseman, the forward? The guy have 13 points. He create the biggest stat and hockey Olympic in the world. He scored a game-winning goal at the Four Nations for the gold last year for Team Canada. At some point, we have to give credit. Are we going to define a player because they did not win a gold medal? They did not win the Stanley Cup? I don't think so. Because Connor McDavid did not win a cup, he is the what? He's not the best player on the planet because of that? Many of them. And you're going to tell me Ray Book is the best defenseman because he won the Stanley Cup? He did not bring the Boston Bruins to win the Stanley Cup. He had to go to play with the Colorado Avalanche to win the Stanley Cup. But do you think because Raymond Book because of him, the Colorado won the Stanley Cup because of Raymond Book? I don't think so. Connor McDavid is the best of the best. It's not his fault if the goaltender cannot stop the puck. The guy played 30 minutes per game. At some point, we have to realize he is the best player on the ice. But why to blame him? Why to not recognize because he did not win? If you go that way, is it now today Matthew Tkachuk is better than Nick Suzuki? Because Matthew Tkachuk now won the goal yesterday. Is it Brock Nelson is better than Connor McDavid today? This is good. I would be shocked if Kadri is not a Montreal Canadien, Randy. Guys, ticket price to watch Ab over 400 last section. I will go to see Rocket with my son. Everything. Randy, be shocked, Randy. Larry, I understand, coach, but we in Canada just couple things and throw again the wall. Remember, we have so much pride, not one bronze, and compare that fan line. Yeah, I understand. It's like if you don't win the gold in Canada, you're not good. I understand your point of view, Larry. Of course, at least what I was told for the Montreal Canadiens with Kadri. I can only report what I told Randy. Guess Kadri is getting Laine. Then, Coach, did you hear Atlanta franchise fee on the NHL would be up? Yeah, I think the next generation of the new franchise in NHL is $2 billion. Don't be surprised that MLB are looking also for Utah area about that. Good to see that Slav named the Olympic All-Star game, All-Star team. Very true. We have a very good hockey game. Both teams play well. I hate Olympics. Sorry, everyone. Randy, not a problem. Everybody have their choice at the back. Should have been the MVP on that game. They have a great number at the back. All around the tournament, he was at 1.24 save percentile and 9.47 before the game yesterday. So I agree with you. Luciano back in the house. Welcome back. About this from Maine, for Nation, Maine, Nathan, run. The Ab will win the East Challenge for the Cup with Nico Usher as second center. Jad, which Barry, welcome. Well, at least they got Stuffer Toy about that. And my friend, good to see, buddy. And at that, not disappointed at the performance of hockey team, but I'm disappointed at our expectation to get gold all the time. Yeah, and it was Olympic, in my opinion. Luciano, disagree with you guys. This was a great Olympics, guys, in hockey. Was amazing. He missed Russia, but still, you have the best of the best on the ice. Why you cannot love Olympics? Who is blaming McDavid? I think a lot of fans on the social media put like McDavid because he didn't win. That's the reason behind that. That's one. This is Celebrity gonna be something else too. Celebrity have a great tournament for sure about that. There's something you get there. Can Connor McDavid go to San Jose Sharks in a couple of years? We'll see if it could happen. About that, you're welcome, Larry and my friend Ozio. And then we have Gilles. How many players do we think Ab can pay $8 million plus players anyway? He has a limit at third and fourth line, so fill up the chair. Also, Gilles, at some point, welcome back to the channel. Canada Speed for NHL. And that's what we got there. So we'll go through all the people. If you have any question, anything you want to mention to me, please don't hesitate to let me know. And don't forget, guys, to click on like. I appreciate it. Abs Coach back in the house. Welcome back, my friend. Thanks to be with us. Like I do, usually I start that way, like 35 minutes later. The headlines of the show, guys. Here we go, guys. I have someone special. Someone talk about this in the stand. I think it is Stan the Man or someone else, but many people should apologize right now. Many people should tell me, Coach, you are right. So many people should say, in our time, you are right. We fight for many years, me and Inartap, about Juraj Slafkovsky. Some people were thinking is Pat and the NHL would be wrong. Some people thinking better other players like Shane Wright, it would be right to go that direction. But at the end of the day, Juraj Slafkovsky is getting out to close the mouth of many hockey fans around the world. And he proved it again for his second Olympic. Back-to-back, he became the first players in history, to have a first All-Star game at the Olympics, Juraj Slafkovsky. And he's only 21 years old. He's only his second participation at the Olympics. He has 11 goals and 13 games at Olympics. Juraj Slafkovsky have a breaking season with the Montreal Canadiens. He is only 21 years old. It's just the beginning. is just at the beginning of what he will become in NHL one day. I don't know what he will be at 25 years old, 26 years old. I cannot predict you 40 goals, 85 points. I don't know. But this kid is special. But many people, many fans, many people was disagree when they select Slafkovsky. Many fans, many people was disagree about the fact he was fall apart, fall on the ice. He was soft. He was not good. Got hurt the first year. He should play in Laval. He should stay in Czechia. He should play with TPS. Many comments year after year about Slafkovsky. And he's starting to prove everyone wrong every single day. So, so my point of view is about that. My headlines, we should apologize if you did not never believe Mr. Juraj Slafkovsky because he's going now to just be better. His Olympic will help him to get more confidence. He helped him to get more kind of leadership inside of him. You don't realize, but Juraj Slafkovsky, he is the #1 athlete in Slovakia. Like everyone in Slovakia look about Juraj Slafkovsky. Like here, we maybe see Wayne Gretzky or maybe the Michael Jordan in basketball or name it. But Juraj Slafkovsky, that's who he is in Slovakia. And I think many of you, I'm not pointing anyone, I just said many fans, Montreal Canadiens fans, or outside in NHL, laugh about the pick at the selection of Juraj Slafkovsky. But today, you should apologize for what you said the last 3 years about Juraj Slafkovsky. The time will tell us. That was my highlights of the show today at this show. Let's see what we got in the chat, guys. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I got it. A Canada 5 or 6 market in the North America, PLW. Do you think Binnington would be traded? If so, which team? Send them in. It would be in conversation, Binnington, for sure. Now, this Blues team is really interesting. They are the bottom of the 5 right now, and the understanding. Doug Engstrom make the GM of the Team Canada. That team have to figure out what they're going to do. And I think for me, whoever they trade, Thomas, Kyrou, Falk, Shine, Binnington, Parenko, they're not going to demolish everything to restart a rebuilding. They're going to retool. Every player they're going to trade, it's all going to be if what they get in return, the asset. If they can get something interesting and better, they're going to maybe go that way. So from there, look, they just get, and they gave a lot to get Philip Probert and to get all away from the Edmonton Oilers. They gave contract for Kyrou, Thomas, Pujinovic the last couple of years. I don't see them to destroy the team. But again, if they get what they think it would be a national better for the next 3 years, I think so. But I don't see Thomas to get out of this team at all. I'm be shocked they trade Parenko. But Binnington, it could happen. But I think they would like to get a goaltender in return. And the goaltender, the team are looking for a goaltender, or the team does not have goaltender to give back. So I have a remark for you today. I'm going to talk about Binnington with Montreal Canadiens. It's coming from big name reporter and TSN in the Atlantic. So Thinking of McDavid wearing a Shark jersey, some round run. Now, the connection between Celebrini and McDavid could happen in the next couple of years. I think if McDavid shunned the team, he's going to looking for a team could make the win the Stanley Cup. And the fact to add McDavid with a team like San Jose, it just makes sense to me. By the time we tell us, my thought is Bennington and to Edmonton. Remember, guys, why St. Louis Blues are going to help in the Edmonton Oilers, or the Edmonton Oilers want to trade for Bennington for the Blues when the Blues destroyed the Oilers a couple of years ago. I don't see a matchup between both of them. They hate each other. Do you think Montreal is going to shake their hands to Carolina Hurricanes, send Kokanemi situation? I don't see that. But I can understand. Gary Conley is in the house. Thank you so much. Mr. Barry, McDavid to Toronto, Matthews to Utah, Desnoyers, Igala, Condor, Ayton, and first to Edmonton. It would take more. All the players you mentioned are coming from Utah. They would like to get something for Toronto and return to. Um, but it's a good thinking, Barry. Nothing wrong. I just feel it's not enough on both sides. No doubt he is the beast, the beat of the blood, the generation. But Conor McDavid vanished in Game 7, 24, and vanished yesterday. He vanished in 25 final. But still, is it because he did not perform one specific game, you're going to destroy his career to not put him as the best player? Is it him have to do everything? I can call you guys. Um, I'm going to make a bad effect. I'm going to make you guys the biggest name at the final at the final game if they have produced, or is it players produce better talent versus the bottom six of the team? Gary, go there. I mean, Antoine, go Slav, go at coach. Sentiment, Slav is play his best hockey now, especially in under the second line. And at that, we talk about Squirrel, Lucien, Rick Bengal, about that. See, and at that is nice. Luciano mentioned the name, just kidding. Luciano, yeah, I was one of the thought it was slow to show he can be a power forward at his 4 seasons now. See consistency, I go mention Vincent, Jerry, if some down, is the bin man of the skate. You're right about that, Gilles. Mario Lemieux start to win championship, one Ron Francis and other great players join. So does Eisenman, and so will McDavid. Wilson cannot win alone. Good point about that, Pierre Lemieux. I agree with you. I think Pierre Ron Francis was underrated in hockey. I think Ron Francis was not recognized enough behind all the championship. Waiting for Rick Bengal to apologize, Gary. I want to slap from the beginning, Roger Bouchard. Larry Ann with pressure and kill spirit. I have a coach and with the youth adult and a lot of sport. Make it fun and learn from mistake. Larry Ann, first of all, I want to congratulate. I want to say to you, thanks so much. Have a lot of respect for the people being coach in hockey in any sport, because give back is special. But after that, it's how you coach behind the bench. I've been at my beginning of my young career coach, a very bad coach. I know hockey, but I did not know how to bring a team better by the way I can make them to love the game. At the beginning, I was bad. And I'm talking about bad, like not like trade bad players. I did not know, I did not get the wisdom my first 5 years at what I become after that. And every year I become better and better and better and better. And better, not because the team win, but better how I treat my player. I still remember I made 3 big mistakes during my career. And I can tell you who they are. And I can tell you exactly what happening. And at the beginning, it was all about winning. I was qualifying my job about winning. And with time, I learned it was not about winning, but it was more about relationship. It was more about the people, the players learn to love the game. And at the beginning, whatever it was, 9 years old, 10 years old, guys, I bench. And I shot the bench to win the championship. I did it. I win. I beat Ethan Thompson, play right now for the Rockford, born in Colorado, and we beat him. And this thing was better to mine. But I did not treat the team well for the satisfaction of winning. I'm talking about at 9, 10 years old. At 12 years old, at the Pee Wee, and my first 5 years, I did not start a goaltender because I want to beat a team to make the final. So it was maybe selfish, I don't know. But this is all the kind of mistake. And later, around on my end on my coaching, I did not select players for one reason, and it bite me at the end. But still, I always said, if you call for relationship and for the love of the game, you're always going to win. But it took me 5 years to understand that, and that I break relationship. But it is what it is. I cannot go backwards. But Larry N, thanks for being a coach. Will you compare Slafkovsky to John Leclerc as coach? No. No. I think John Leclerc was unique. He was really good. I think he's been a better scorer, John Leclerc. But about the physicality, pretty much the same. But I think Slafkovsky have a better vision, and he's passed the puck better, in my opinion. But John Leclerc was more a scorer, put the puck in the net more. But it's good. About size, yes. Beep beep. And at that level, Slafkovsky was not allowed to express himself on the ice here in Montreal. Rick is sleepless in Seattle, Luciano. Slafkovsky is a Slovak Jagger. You make the right pick, Barry. Yeah. Possible goalies on the trade block is Bennington, Hellebuck, and Bobrovsky. You thought about this. Now, Bennington is, we just talked about him. Hellebuck, I'll be shocked if he get trade. I'll be completely shocked. Now, Bobrovsky is a good point about that. I was going to talk about this. Like I said, I'm going to open this show, guys, no template. So let's do it that way. Bobrovsky guy is a UFA like Tarasov with Florida Panthers. So both goaltenders are UFA. Since Bill Zito is there, you have to look his pedigree or his resume. He built 2 Stanley Cup winner and with the Panthers. The contract of Bobrovsky was signed before him, Bill Zito. But everybody signed a lower contract to stay in Florida. All of them. Now it's Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky did a lot for the Panthers. I don't see how, and he's 35 years old, I believe. I don't see how they're going to let him go. You have a bad year, 0.887 something, I understand that. But I think what's happening there, they're going to give him an X 2 years, 3 years. Don't be surprised he signed a $7, $8 million per year. He's still athletic. He's still in shape. He's one of the most best athletes take care about his body. So at the end of the day, I don't think so. Bobrovsky go nowhere. I think we will get a lower contract to stay around. I think we talk about relationship early, right? I think this is going to be a good one for the team at Florida. I don't see that. On the Florida Panthers, they don't have a lot of UFA, other the fact like Greer, but the rest, the top of the player are not going nowhere. So Bobrovsky, I don't think so. I think for the three names you mentioned, maybe Bennington is maybe the only one could be traded. Alibok not going nowhere, like nowhere, and Bobrovsky, I don't think so. And that said, that's another subject I want to talk about this, but let's go that way. I think you're going to see Fleur Panthers shut down Marchand, Kachuk. They're going to wait. They don't want to bring more. They want to go down. They want to be at the top 10 pick at the NHL. The pick they have is protected. If not, it go to Chicago. So they would like to finish lower at 10 so they can have another good pick, another great prospect, and do the wings for the future. And they're going to give the pick for Chicago next year when they go to have backup back and the injury they have back, and the team will be stronger next season. So that would be my opinion about the Florida Panthers. But good point about that in our tap. If you have any question, guys, open up tonight. I think we're going to go that direction. Bennington for Tobias Sanderman. You want to talk about this, guys? All right. Like I said, I have no template. It was a subject tonight. But I'm going to bring you together. Are you ready, guys? So they have a conference call between two Atlantic reporters, one from TSN. So there are three. And the purpose of that call is to talk about the St. Louis Blues trade they can make until the March 6th. This is who they are, what they are targeting. But they turn around to put relationship trade between Montreal and the St. Louis Blues. Are you ready? Because now you're going to maybe, and I'm talking about two excellent reporters at Atlantic, and someone at the TSN have a big name. And they are like you and me. They talk about transaction, trade deadline. Here we go, guys. I'm going to try to get it if I can. No. Oh my God. I think I did not do it. I was supposed, I deleted it, I think. Okay, it was supposed to be there. Hold on, guys, I'm going to write there. Give me about 2 seconds. Maybe I put it somewhere else. That's maybe the reason behind that. All right, give me about 1 minute. And you're going to be shocked. And the package deal, guy, is not all there. But this is the foundation of the trade. Are you ready? Here we go. So what they decide to do is to make 3 trades between Montreal Canadiens and the Montreal Canadiens and the St. Blues. So they will trade Parenko for Caden Goalie. And you have a package deal, right? It's not like a one-on-one. They will trade Bennington with, again, Gallagher. And they will trade Michael Edge, Rebecca Kapanen for Robert Thomas. And they have another trade for Kyrou. I cannot remember what was the trade with Kyrou. But this is 2 excellent reporters follow NHL. And also with from the TSN guy. And they talk about trade proposal and trade rumor from between the St. Louis Blues and the Montreal Canadiens. So there you go. That's what they got right now, guys. Parenko for Caden Goalie. Greg Bennington plus a 5-round pick for Gallagher and something else. Edge, Rebecca Kapanen for Robert Thomas. I think you have a first-round pick with that part. And Thomas and plus someone else. So The machine rumor is everywhere. I don't know if you want to make that kind of trade, but that's happening on between people like that. So it is what it is. I would trade for Bobrovsky with a 2 year deal. I will trade for Bobrovsky with a 2 year, 16 million extension before Bennington. Yeah, you can get anyway Bobrovsky for nothing. By the way, he become UFA. Rocket have sent under John to American, confirmed for to stay in Laval rest of the year on that one in our tap. So with that said, under John return, now we give now Fuller injury. Look like he's ready to play. Anyway, and rebuild mode, Larry N. I'm not sure it's rebuild mode. I think retools. I can understand point of view, but we'll see about that. Bernie Nichols, make it happen. Bernie Nichols, this great to see that, Barry. Maybe PLW or maybe others, guys. Let me know what was the line with the Los Angeles Kings. Jimmy Fox, Bernie Nichols, and who was the third guy play with them? I always loved Bernie Nichols. Like Ron Francis, I think Bernie Nichols was underrated in NHL, Barry. I love that. By the way, welcome in the house, Barry. I think it's the first time here. I cannot see Utah working the team that much for Matthews. About that. Salut, Steve G from Colorado. Steve, and return of that, Luciano, coach, about that. Run in our top with you, Luciano. McKinnon was looking for the nearest trash can after receiving the stuffed animal. I think many of them. Luciano, I have a second hand embarrassment for those players getting stuffed animal. Run. It was pretty pathetic on that one. I did not know this, the stuffed animal. I don't know what is coming from. Nathan loved the stuffed animal, Steve G. Good toy for the dogs, Ron. I will throw this right back at them. Coach McCag agree with Hugh. Connor Murphy could be out soon. That's rare. He's agree with me, or I agree with him. But yes, I think for me, this is a kind of player Montreal may be looking for that to the end of the year. And that will cost you guys a 4th-round pick, maybe a 3rd-round pick for Connor Murphy. For that one, I feel bad for McKinnon. He has a rough game. Steve G. Yes, he have a rough game. Now, the remark is maybe play with some kind of injury, but you cannot miss a net. You cannot miss a net like he did. Like Michael Pesada, I think he put the puck in the net. Just kidding. But that's you right, Steve G, about that. And you know what, Steve? He deserves better because he's an excellent hockey player. Marchand was the king, the suffer animal, that. Funny, Lucien, not happy, Ben, definite, but with grace. Coach, sometimes, coach, you pick players on talent, but there is the garbage that come as the parents. You're right about that. That's another part of the story. Maybe you have to look about this. The difficult thing in sport, you travel team, whatever you call junior. I've been at USHL, USPHL. I've been to AAA program with 5-6 fund program. I've been to double A. I've been with A, B, C, whatever, double A, double B, double C, whatever they are. The biggest problem is the parents. When you create a team, the first meeting at the beginning of the season, I do my meeting with the parents before I meet the players. I went to the, at the tryout, check the name, everything like that. I interview, but always interview the parents first. And then I show them behind me a boss. When I was young, I learned from a different mentor, and one of them was John Gordon, and he has a book about the positive and about teamwork and about the energy boss. the boss energy or the energy boss. And I learned about that. And I create my own boss from his book. And on my boss, at the beginning of the year, I put the parents first. And I sit them at the boss. And I was explained to me where the boss is going at the end. And I don't know what is going to be at the end. The destination final, we're always looking for the national championship. But every practice, every game, every week, every month, the boss go forward all the way to the end. I don't know if I go to national. But what I know is the boss inside have to be clean, have to be positive. And it's not because of me, it's not because of the player, it's because of the parents. So when you sit in the bus, we have three people sit together: the mom, the dad, and the players. And we have enough room for everybody. I'm the driver of the bus, but it's all the passenger, and the bus is going to bring that team all the way to the end. So I have a kind of philosophy like that, and I think this is how I see that in my life. Just answer to you, Mr. Ab Coach. Must McKinnon, Montreal play on the Thursday. Yeah, Antoine, Italian cheese bait, Steve G. I hope that Laine is back giving the landlord notice. John, welcome in the house. This is another one. We'll talk about this the next couple of minutes, guys, about the what is coming soon. Coffee back to Edmonton as the defensive coach. Good for bad. Interesting. This is the second time he does it. The last, I think, Coffee bring a lot on the table. That's good. It'll be good for him. Billy D, then back in the house. Thanks for all the likes we got tonight. Larry Ann, c'est mes fins coach. My greatest compliment from you, children. That's enjoy play and having fun. Again, soccer, hockey, and lacrosse. Great point about that. I always said, guys, you don't have to practice to play hockey all summer. 1 month per year. Go play soccer, lacrosse, go play soccer, go play tennis, go play soccer, do other sport. Enjoy, have fun. The chance to make the NHL is 0.03%. The chance to become a great dad, a great father, a great husband, a great human being is 99.7%. And I hope I can helping you to reach that kind of person one day. That was my mission at the beginning of the season. So, Larry, I can understand that. Erwin Kodeking are interested in Elias Peterson in our top. You guys getting any snow? And Billy, Al Coach getting our top. We can see Frank Coach and the next move, at least, on being interesting. I heard that too. Kasmeko out a lot more. Well, everything, run. We got no Maybank, Snow, Miracle to the Ab Coach, and on top, I don't know, getting order to find room to put the snow. That's one. Alberta, Clement, run. Rooting for the Kings back the days, and don't how many people realize there are a lot of Canadian players on that team. Great point about that, Larry. Maurice Robillard, de retour avec nous. That trait is insane, and they can see, wait, Maurice Robillard, thanks so much. Maurice is not a guy who likes projection, and trait like that, rumor. Maurice, I always said many times, he does not like to project about that. But he's got it. Laine could be a friend is as done Montreal, likely going to LAPL. I like the first two traits. Thomas has heard how much does he have left. He's back. He should be ready this week. I agree. The only thing I can think is the other one is try to give Captain last month push, especially the third trait. The first two traits I will do, not the third one. Captain, no way to line works well. At least you move Thomas with Caulfield is his key. That's why we have more group sandwich again together here. John, if the U.S. have Caulfield, Hudson, or Team Canada would have been really embarrassed. I'm so happy they are Habs, John. Thanks so much, my friend Roger. Hughes is not available, Roger Bouchard. About that, I can see Slafkovsky play ever better. Ab start play again. That's one. Matthew is All-American marketing tool. Ryan Smith need to let a solid foundation hockey and Utah. He will play. He will pay a premium for quality. How about that? Kogel back in the house. It would be interesting to see what Hughes does by the trade deadline. Jerry Day back in the house. Welcome back, Jerry. Ted Tobias is on his way. Roger Bouchard, some great plug choke at the high pressure game was McLennan or Williams. Larry tell Benner want to go somewhere. He's not happy where he is, but Montreal need a veteran defenseman that can move up with forward covering for him. Gary, right back coach. What do you think of that remark with St. Louis? Look like too much for me. I'll be honest with you. I understand Paravenko, guys. You have to remember, and I said that at the beginning of the show, I'm going to repeat again. Montreal are not ready yet to win the Stanley Cup. Montreal is maybe willing and ready to move up to the playoff, maybe win the first round. But after that, they are not there yet. So to spend Goalie for Paravenko does not make sense to me. My opinion. Now, Bennington for Gallagher, I don't think so. It makes sense to me too. Because Bennington is not going to fix the problem in Montreal yet. Better to have Montembeault, a Tobej, a Fowler, and Gallagher bring what Bennington cannot do with Montreal Canadiens. So I disagree. And for Thomas, guys, it's too much. In my opinion. Ray Barker, Michael Edge, first one pick, and Kapanen. I love Robert Thomas, but I think it's not the same what we should do. We have a super chat, guys, a super sticker of Mr. Larry N, guys, $10 at the Hockey Should I Shoot tonight.
Oh my God!
Thank you. Larry N scored a goal at the Hockey National Show. We're going to get an assist because it's rare they all agree. We're going to put them on the line. Enartap and Luciano Graziano all agree on the same subject. So congratulations on both of you. And Larry N, thanks so much for the super chat. So I answered that one. I thought Enartap drove the bus. Steve G. Strictly welcome. Did not see the chat about a month ago about Connor Murphy. One, you have a podcast about what the app need and other forward defenseman. You said that it would be interesting. Sticky. Yeah. Connor Murphy, like I said, is 34 years old. If Montreal want to add something, this is kind of the defenseman because he's really good on the PK. Is it the only one? I'm not sure. But I remember you mentioned that, and hopefully it will happen. Lucas Raymond also with a great Olympic showing should help the Detroit Red Wings. Lucas Raymond have a great one. Sweden have a lot of complaining about fan players about the TOI during the tournament. And they have a couple of players that did not show up in Sweden. Unfortunately for them, Ekman was hurt. I think Raymond, Dallin have a great tournament. For them. As 7-foot Alexander Karmalov is only 17 years old and he should become an NHL prospect. The problem with Karlamov is going to be an NCAA. Is how you're going to carry on this. I don't think so. He will make an NHL player one day, but I could be wrong. You have a lot of vibe because he's 7 foot, but I don't think so. He has the skate, everything to get there. The Canadiens need Peter M. like candidate, Larry and Pierre, I took power skating when I was kid playing hockey. I was best training I have. Pierre, I called Goalie a DAC would be a move with the Laine. All three too many time injury result. We would take Paravenko. Kamalov play defense and so on. Maurice, the coach is not that I don't like position. I don't like stupid rumor. But the rumor are coming, Maurice, from people where they knows hockey or they are in hockey expert. And they make those kinds of conversations because they want to get some kind of attention, maybe, I'm not sure. Raymond have a penalty, cost winning to not win the division. Larry N with a $20 here, guys. A super sticker, $20. So yeah, I did it, right? And thanks, you with the heart. You're welcome, my friend Larry N. I appreciate a lot. Very kind of you do that. Barry was support. Then Abco's Larry N. Billy D. Welcome back. Barry, we audition Mayu to St. Louis. They don't need Rebecca for Thomas. Connor Murphy and Nick Fournier to Detroit for 2026 first round pick. Yeah, I don't think so, Nick Fournier, but I can understand Barry, your point of view. So, coach did not really know his player well enough to use them properly in our tap. I did not see Garrett anymore. And the chat, I hope is okay with you. Yeah, you have Garrett is not come back. A2 is not come back. Mark Elliott is not come back the last couple of days. But I will say to you with you, it's a will. Roy left, was not agree with me. A2 left, I'm sure he's not agree with me. People are like that, and you have to accept them who they are, and that's okay. And they feel better to go somewhere else. That's good too. Hopefully, you have nothing wrong against their health, but I'm not going to hold anyone. And that's one agreeing on that. My thinking is bring Nylander, Dad, something to coach them next time. Wishful thinking and information from some hockey people who have zero contact with them taking a rumor. Good point about that, PLW. I agree with you. Now, we get the 9:43, guys. I want to talk about the Montreal Canadiens because my subject was about this one. Big move is coming. And I want to talk with you about this. We just talked about the rumor from Montreal Canadiens with the Saints Blues. But here's what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens. First of all, I'm going to move out that one. Can use, guys, the trade deadline. We talk about Connor Murphy, Price Leakey, by the way. But we have a problem. Patrik Laine is ready to play. Alex Newhook is ready to play. That gives us 15 forward. They need to make some kind of the roster movement. That would be an impact. For every game, they have to set 2 players. Alexandre Tessier is ready to play. So what you do? 15. We have 3 extra players. The max you can get is 14 forward, 7 defensemen, and 2 goaltender. That's to equal 23. Or they cannot send anyone in Laval. At least they trade Strobel or Jekai. So let's say they have 7 defensemen, right? 2 goaltender. Now they have to go at 14. So what do? And we talk about maybe a big trade. Randy talked about Kadri early in the chat. We talk about many players on the market. Maybe they trade for Connor Murphy. Are they going to trade Murphy for Strobel? Are you willing to do that? Apparently, they said Kamalov is improving a lot. We see where his future goes. He's a good coach, training him. I have to say, Swiss team always amaze me for a small country. You talk about Swiss, about Finland. They always been good on the performing of the players about that. Thursday night at the Southern New Islanders can have the day off today. They will practice at the end of Tuesday at Brassard. So this is the one I believe they have to make some big movement. The big move can use. Is it Patrik Laine? But what do you do with Patrik Laine? What do you send him? The King is related to Patrik Laine because they have Fiala out. But are they going to want to Patrik Laine and their team? Are they looking the King for only a patch out the solution for the rest of the season, and that's all? I'm not sure where Patrik Laine can go. Are they going to decide to keep him around? But who going to penalize Joe Veleno? I think Joe Veleno, Martin Sweet likes Joe Veleno. That's the one thing. Now, example, let's say we trade Laine tomorrow. That 14 forward we're looking for. Who are the players going to be healthy scratch every game? Alexandre Tessier, Joe Veleno every game? Are you going to keep Gallagher, Evans on the ice all the time with Anderson, Dano, Alex Newhook, Kirby Dach, Alexandre Bolduc, Zachary Bolduc? It's getting complicated, guys. It's getting complicated. I don't know what is your solution. Almost all the countries and the ice hockey play really well. Even the Italian CFG. I agree with you. For example, Forsberg was played for one shift in the first game. Forsberg, yeah, he was one of them. We did not happy about that. Making a move, get players that were not over 30 is not this year. With next year would be Lord Stanley 25 coach. Failed this year, Team Sweden choke out Larry. But Larry, the Sweden did not play at the same level that was expected. I thought Sweden would be better. I think I put them on the middle at the end. But did not get it. Like he said, he's going to LA according to his friends, PL. I just thought that Team Canada should brought more offense. Sheffley, Johnson, Bouchard, Chikron, or Thompson, and son of Jarvis, Marchand, Sandheim, Tari, Parenko. Pierre de Beaulieu. I like Villeneuve over Laine. You have to think about sacrifice. Villeneuve win. I feel like the Panarin trade was made so they did not need to take Laine run. Yeah, but now without Fiala, I think the King are looking for someone. Canada did not have enough secondary scoring. Rely on McDavid. But that's a big problem for the Canada. Of course, the bottom six, Reinhardt. Although the fact he gave the goal for Marner and Suzuki, guys, Theodore, not many. It came after that for them. Also, they beat Italy 10-2. Right, should be got more ice time. BLW. Steve, Canada have the right roster and the best team. It just was not the night. Steve, with you, yeah, and I will see Garrett a while. For that one. So this is where we at right now with the Montreal Canadiens we can use. He is willing to make a big trade. François Gagnon talk about this today. If the offer is there, he would accept. If not, this is what is coming complicated for the management, because at the beginning, guys, to destroy a team to start at zero, it's easier. But when you start to win and when you get better and close where you want to be, it's harder. And now it's just the beginning. It's going to be harder for them next year, and it's going to be harder for the next 2 years. So this is going to be very interesting. LA is also looking for another top six. I don't see Laine being one of those players. Ron, I agree with you. But if they're looking for a top six, who they have to give away and return Ron? And many years, the Kings guys have a lot of great hockey players and their prospect. And they make a lot of mistakes. Well, they trade for Pierre Dubois, example. They let go Jersey. They have a lot of great defensemen. Roy is gone. And they let this different way for the Kings. That reminds me a little bit more what happened with the Devils. The Devils, guys, this was the danger about everything. The Devils, they make the playoff 3 years ago. That's 3 years now. I think it is. All right. And when they make the playoff, they realize now this coming now. And now they're looking for a trade for Timo Meyer. They have a lot of money to spend. They got for Doug Hamilton. They gave the money for Audrey Palat. And sometimes 2-3 mistakes like that destroy after that. So what's the point, coach? My point behind this, guys, is this part. Montreal made the playoff last year. Awesome. As a fans, like you are, I am, that's great. That's good. Right? Oh, we are at the second position. We have 72 points. I believe for me, 22 more points, we are on the playoff at 94. In my opinion. And 94 points, Montreal will be a good position to go at the first round. Again, a team, maybe they are at the first time at the playoff. I expect, guys, this way. I expect Montreal play Buffalo, Detroit, or maybe Boston at the first round. Possible Montreal can move on to the second playoff at the second round. The chances are better like it was before. But we're still not there yet. So what's the point, coach? But I just mentioned to you guys what happening with the Kings, what happening with the Devils. Sometimes they go fast, too fast, and you get excited. The pressure is still there, and you want to reward your players. But sometimes patience longer could be benefit for the Montreal Canadiens. My point is this part. Like Patrik Laine, I'm telling you right now tonight, does not fit with the Montreal Canadiens. It is not in the future with the Montreal Canadiens. So they're going to try to trade Laine out. Tomorrow, next week, at some point. That said, Montreal Canadiens could add a right defenseman at low cost. They may be willing to give a pick, maybe a prospect from Laval, to add something they are missing the patch to maybe to push a bit more in the playoff. I don't think so, and I don't believe, and I don't. It will happen. Montreal could make a big splash trade like for Robert Thomas, something like that. Ren talk about Kadri. I still believe Kadri, Trocheck, any players, O'Reilly, Shine, at 30 years old and older, fit with the Montreal Canadiens right now, today. That's, I believe Montreal need to be patient at the trade deadline, see what happens during the winter, during the rest of the season. They play 25 games, the playoff round, not one, maybe two. And then at the summer, they reevaluate everything, what they are missing. I believe they're missing a top 6 forward. That's what they are missing. How they can get it this summer, possible. Every summer, they fix their problem. They fixed the right defenseman last year. They got Dobson. And every year, they fix something they're missing. They trade for Carrier. They trade for Dano. I think they want to improve their team. And that's what the risk right there. To not spend your money as a UFA just because you have money in your pocket. The selection of the players, the trade for, the player you add have to fit with what you're missing inside of your team. So I think Gordon and Hughes does a great job about that. And I think this is the way I see this for the trade deadline. Let's see what got in the chat, guys. Right here. The roster was right, but look at the NHL. There is nothing there. You would come out on the offensive zone to wait until something there. Trying to go through 3 guys does not work. Flyers taking a call on Ristolainen. Yeah, Ristolainen have a great tournament with Finland, carrying a contract at $5.5 million. I think he has still 2 more years on his contract. Could be another fit. Depends the I think the cost, but I think the Flyers going to treat him on the Western Conference, and don't be surprised. Um, Vegas maybe, not sure. Isaac Labro thinks so. Do you think they will trade Max Strom? I don't think so. They will trade the goaltender Max Strom. He just resigned him a couple of weeks ago, 2 year deal. I don't think so. They will trade Jake Allen. I think Devils are more looking for they trade already Palat. I think Hamilton is one of them. Can they trade Kovacevic? Maybe. At the forward, they um, talk about Dawson Mercer, but I'm not sure he's going to go that on this one. A bigger mistake was McCaw taking all in advice to Campbell to chip and lose that Campbell. I agree. Coach, you have to get through at Tampa Bay, so they need to add a third and the fourth line. I have a run. That was what LA is willing to trade their first round pick, second round pick, and other prospect more could leave. I think Byfield and Clark name has been taught on it, and I don't expect for Joel to be around. I can see them moving on the second round playoff and so on. I would change Dano with the Armia. I would change again, Ovidio. If you gave Dano out, who is your center, Ovidio? The Chicago announced that they would sign a goaltender, Olivier Rodrigue, a couple of days ago. Sake, I see Laine, Laine, TC is trouble. All expendable A-ring holders are also interesting and Laine along with the Kings. Good point about that. The name you mentioned this. I'm not sure TC would be trade. They just signed him, but it's Calgary asking for the top high prospect for Mackenzie Wigard. Not for Montreal, Wigard could be a right defenseman. Can Toronto go with him? I don't know. Wigard going back to Florida as John out longer ab coach. I don't think so. Florida is going to make a trade for that one. Red Allen is injured. Yeah. Uh, uh, do you think another Vegas Montreal trade ab coach? No. I don't see Vegas with Montreal right now. All right, Agricole, they have a huge talent pool, and one of the things she built in the Ab dynasty, Ab and the past. So, this is my point of view about them, about the Ken Hughes situation, about this. Now, I want to talk about other things. Now, Fuller was hurt. They returned Jones today, so it looked like Fuller is good. But Adam Ekstrom got hurt on the game. I didn't have any update about Adam Ekstrom. That's something you have to pay attention to him. I want to share it with you. It's not on the screen. Just pay attention when I'm going to say to you. My question of the day is out 30 minutes ago. My question of the day is about which Laval Rocket, and let me know in the chat, which Laval Rocket are you the most disappointed since the beginning of the season? David Rebacker, Owen Beck, Joshua Roy, Florent Jacquet, or any other prospect with Montreal Canadiens where your expectation was high about that forward or that defenseman. So let me know in the chat. The question is, which Laval Rocket prospect Canadian Montreal Canadiens is the most disappointed for you since the beginning of the season? I repeat, Joshua Roy, Owen Beck, Florent Jacquet, David Rebacker, or any other prospect for the Laval. Let me know in the chat if you don't mind. That'd be good on that one. Do you think another Vegas trade? I don't think so would happen. App coach, just wait for the people answer to me about that for the Laval Rocket. Which one you think is going to be that way? I think Vegas. Okay. Disappointed with Roy, Jekai, and Mejar. Good point of that. Mejar, I didn't mention him, but he could be. Roy, for me, he was going to be trade bait. Rebecca for Roger. Of course, what would be never make the ab if you want to play in the NHL? Should ask you for the trade. I believe Roy is RFA this summer. I could be wrong, but I think he is. I would go with that. What Roger is naming David Rebecca. That's one. Interesting. Some people talk about Roy, about that. Um, one answer to give you one name is not easy. But if I look about everything, guys, my point of view for this, I will tell you why. I go with Owen Beck. Owen Beck is my most disappointed players for the Laval Rocket. And our old is what? It should be now 22, Steve G. And maybe turn 23. A little bit, and Florent. That's one. I would say to you guys, Owen Beck. It's because my expectation. No, he's not 28, guys. He was drafted in 21, I believe. He was a fifth round pick. I 150 overall pick or 144 overall pick. If I'm wrong, I could be 2020, but I think it was the year before Slafkovsky in 2021. So I think for me, it's 22 or 23 years old. Depends his birthday, on my opinion. And Michel has been the top two. Slaky about that. You guys, you're not wrong about your selection, by the way. I will say to you why Owen Beck. All right. And I'm going to go one by one. Joshua Roy, guys, in my opinion, on my head, he's already done. So I wasn't expect whatever he scored 20 goals. Joshua Roy not going to be with Montreal Canadiens. So I'm done with him. David Rebecca, I'm not going to judge him as a disappointment because he came back with an injury. He just need to play game, and he have a good start. He flopped a little bit a month ago. He's getting better now. So I'm not going to judge David Rebecca. It's not a disappointment for me right now here. That let me Florent Jekai and about Owen Beck. You can talk about Mejar, but Mejar for me would never make the NHL. The one I'm a little bit concerned is Tyler Thorpe. I was expect Thorpe to have a better year. He looked not very good many games. He's getting a bit more, but I cannot blame him because he's only 19 years old, first year. So I don't want to put him on the disappointment, but I always expect more for Tyler Thorpe. The rest guy, no matter for me right now. So Owen Beck, a 33 overall pick, if I can recall it, at the second round. And he has a great career junior. He was the MVP of the Memorial Cup. But I would expect him to compete and be better at Kapanen at some point. And I thought last year I had a great year with the Laval Rocket. He called Carl up. When he called Carl up, he does a good job, but not a great job. He returned to Laval. He has 7 goals, I believe, this year. He maybe scored 1 more goal during the weekend. I don't know. But he has only 7 goals. He does not look like the Owen Beck I was expect for me. And that's the reason he's my most disappointed players with the Rocket this season. If you want to play with Montreal, he has to develop. He has to be better, in my opinion. On the flip side, Florent Jekai. Look, he's still on the progress. He's not there yet. And his second year in an American Hockey League is only 20 years old. So he cannot be negative or upset about Florent Jekai. My point is this. After he scored 20 goals last year, 18, 19, 20 goals. He have a great year on the PK. He scored a goal, 4 goals on the PK. He bring a dimension like they don't have. They tried to put him on the top 6. He did not do well. He go down. Now he played this weekend on the 4 line. It's been a roller coaster year for Florent Jacquard. And the reason I don't put him under my top disappointment because he's only 20 years old, and I don't want to discredit him about him. I still believe he could play in NHL, but we have to develop his skating, his vision, develop his forechecking side of the game, the 200 feet game. I think that's the best way to resume about Jacquard. For Owen Beck, it is what it is. That's the reason is in my disappointment about that one. Why Emergence has to be top 2. Others are showing interest in Ristolainen, possible there too. On that one, the money will be a problem. Was not Maison a first line pick to be that big flop? Philippe Maison is a 26th overall pick, first round, and 2022 it was the same year like Juraj Slafkovsky, same year with Laine Hudson at 62. Montreal completely messed up. You cannot be perfect for every pick. They was not good on that pick completely. I don't know if it's Bobrov. I don't know who sold it. He was a great skater, but they should think twice with another pick at 5'10". But obviously did not turn around that way. Thanks so much, RJ. One thing Montreal did was get a change, and goalie coach is improved with patience. It does the best. Only other Canadian team has done well as others. Good point about this. LDP will come back in the house. I agree with you. Coleman Moto with a home run. I talked about him at the beginning of the show, PW. Really, really good home run center field. I follow the Blue Jays, PL. I'm learning. I'm going to do Blue Jays, guys. Be ready. The Blue Jays are going to be back live here at the Hockey Nation. And a big home run of 413 feet for the third baseman. The third baseman, and with is the number 7, by the way. And for the Blue Jays, they need him. They need him absolutely about that. We're going to talk about this. I don't want to talk Blue Jays with the Montreal Canadiens, but I need to make some kind of video about the Blue Jays, PW, for that one up and out there here, Luciano. So, that said, for the Laval Rocket, this is a problem for that part. Trade deadline. We talked about the trade deadline yesterday, guys. I want to check with the Metropolitan very quick. I want to mention to you, we talk about this seller, a buyer, the team, New Jersey, Flyers, Rangers, Vancouver, Chicago, Calgary, St. Louis, Winnipeg, Niagara. We talked about this yesterday with Enartab, Hamilton, Ristolainen, Trocheck, Kane, Murphy, Kadri, Falk, Stanley, and Stamkos. But today, I want to focus on the Metropolitan. Carolina, Pittsburgh, New Islanders, Columbus, Washington, Flyers, Devils, and Rangers. On that one, how much will the Blue Jays miss Bichette? Good question about that. I think they're going to miss him at some point, but it all depends who is going to continue to improve the season. Blue Jays have been really good last season. But I think this third baseman, it can help in the lineup. In my opinion, I think the Blue Jays can consist, but it was all for me. It's more about the closer, Hoffman, and the middle reliever for them. So we have to wait about what could happen. Was there a better players can measure up with that pick? But it's always easy, Roger, to set that after the trade. After the draft, all right? After that, Kulich for the Buffalo Sabres, the name came on my quickly in my head on that one. But you can tell me Laine Hudson at 62, Roger. Thursday, another in town, Ovidio. Yep, they are in town. So what happening, guys, with that Metropolitan as a buyer-seller? This is one of my expectations going happening at the trade deadline. I will continue that subject of the week. The Carolina Hurricane, They are looking for a right defenseman. How are they going to get Ristolainen? How are they going to get Murphy? Why they have only two shoulder right defensemen? They have to bring every night Nick Kishin on the right side. They have only Catfield as the defenseman, right defenseman. So I think they were looking at that. I think they would like to have a guy like Blake Coleman, a fourth checker inside of the team, and possibly a second center. I don't see the Rangers trade Trocheck to them. Are they willing to trade for Kadri? Not sure. But watch Brendan Shine for the Blues could be with the Canadian Hurricane. I'm sure the Canadian Hurricane, the problem, they know they can make the first round, the second round, and their division is to try to get the final Stanley Cup or the third round. And they have to bring those kind of players, I believe. Now, the Pittsburgh and the New York Canadiens, guys. Excuse me. They are two teams, they're not supposed to be there. This is because of Luciano Graziano. They put them at the bottom of the NHL. And they want to prove to Luciano he was wrong again. Although the fact he's right about the Florida Panthers. But I think there will be caution. That Sidney Crosby is hurt. At the beginning of the year, guys, we trade Crosby, Malkin, Letang, Raquel, and they make a Skinner, the goaltender now. I think Pittsburgh, if they get something, it will be minor. The New York Islanders, I don't think so. They would do anything there. I don't think they believe in themselves to be there. They just enjoy the ride, but I don't think so will happen. Now, the Columbus, Washington are chasing Islanders and the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Columbus have won 11 the last 12 games, 10 of the 11 for the under Rick Barnes. Their defensive is amazing. They don't give a lot of goals. They are offensive now. Marchenko, Monahan, they are back now. The Fentity, the Sillinger, the Johnson, they're getting there. The Washington has been a roller coaster all year long, and we'll see what happens with them. They need to be better to make the playoff. I think they could make it, but I think for them the problem will be the Columbus Blue Jackets. The last three team, the Flyers, the New Jersey, and the Rangers guys are going to be seller at the end of the year. We talk about Ristolainen with the Flyers. They shopping Owen Tippett. I don't know why, but the rumor are looking for Tippett to get out. Can the teams get Owen Tippett? I don't know the cost about that one. The Devils guys, we talked about this a little bit early, Hamilton. The Rangers, Trocheck is the big name over there. Are they going to trade more? We don't know. But Zibanejad have a good Sweden team. For Zibanejad, have a good Olympic, by the way. So that gives you guys the Metropolitan. I know it's quick, it's fast, but I don't think so. We have to waste many time here talking about the Metropolitans. Let's see what we got here, guys, in the chat. And Stan, how serious is Crosby injury? This could impact Pittsburgh. I don't think so. It's serious. I think a couple of days. But I don't think so. He's going to miss like 1 month, something like that. I think he could play with Team Canada. But it was like, I know it was the goal, but I think the risk was a bit more too much about that. I don't think so. It will be many days. I'm expecting a slow start for most NHL team after the Olympic break. Steve, it's going to be a little bit more weird. Something will be ready, something will not be ready. Some player will be. I agree with you about what you said, Steve. It's going to be a little bit like that. But I think 1 week from today, at the beginning of the March, they're going to be ready to rock and roll. Most of the team are 2-3 games before the March. Closer is the biggest problem. Coach, I agree. Slicky, yeah. Larry, hope the Jays do well. It's a big money, but Ogden, that's a pocket. I think Canada would make a move. Bye-bye, Kokanemi. But this other one could be trade for sure. Kokanemi. I think the Vancouver Canucks could be a target over there. Now, that said, I think they could trade Evander Gain for Kokanemi. I know, but we'll see. Can see Edmonton, Dallas going for Trocheck, Pittsburgh buyer. Pittsburgh buyer a little cheap. Dallas going for Trocheck, a second center. They're looking to maybe a third center. But yes, possible there too. Edmonton for Trocheck. No. I think for me, Trocheck is going to be with Minnesota Wild. A question of time. One Guérin coming back, I think Trocheck goes straight to Minnesota. In my opinion, ab coach for that one. The Edmonton Oilers are limited, but I don't see Trocheck there. Well, last year, and USA won to bring the game because would never have graduate. Roger Bouchard, they could have picked Brad Lambert, Isaac Howard, and Maverick Lamoureux ahead of Major. Three players you're talking about this, they have a sporadically, they have a couple of up and down and the NHL. I think for all the three players you talk about, I think Lamoureux and Howard will be interesting for that. Do you think Columbus will trade Elvis? No, coach. Elvis have a great year. Elvis is back in the house. Have a good year, but Jeff Graves too. The goaltender have a good month of February or January, and I think there will be no trade for them. Wall would punish on Trocheck and attack. Go up Thursday night. Run smash on those like Larry every time. Run some great Larry and everything like that. I appreciate that. Guys, we're going to hit the clash tonight. It's about the Montreal Canadiens, by the way. And Larry and new member to Joseph. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. Larry and give more membership to the people. But you can all do that at the Hockey Nation Show. Mr. Larry and contribute to helping the channel to stay alive. That said, guy, we're going to go to the class for the end of the show. I appreciate a lot. Again, Larry N, very kind of you to that. Let's see what we got here at the clash, guys. Montreal Canadiens, at the last 25 games remaining, I gave them 32 points a plus for the rest of the season. At 32 points with 72, that gave them 104 points, guys. Do you believe Montreal can get 32 points on the 50 points they can get at the end? That's approximately 600. Gave again. Thanks so much, Larry, and for all the likes and all the contribution at the Hockey Nation Show. Mr. Larry N. Montreal get 32 points, guys. That gave them 104 points. If they finish with 25 points, that gave them 97 points to play for 500. Mate with my banker today. Good news, Larry N. Congratulations, Larry N. Very kind of you. Not allowed. Wow, not allowed. Depends if right trade is made to get 32 points. Yes, for run with Kings. I was thinking about why run with Kings say yes, but no, I got it. On that one, a little bit more. If you have, let me know in the chat. Do you think Montreal get 32 points at the end of the until end of the season, or possibly of 50? That will give them over 25. Next one, guys, is Montreal again finished at the top 3 of the Atlantic Division. First, second, or third. So the point is they're going to make the playoff and they don't get the wild card. So do you think they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3? Ovidio go. We're close. 30, 32 points for Ovidio. Thanks for the likes. On that one. And then we have Slicky. Trade or not, I see them getting 32 points. I'm there too, me too, guys. I would just said yes. No, I got it wrong. It was just I thought it was a conversation with Larry N. And then you said yes. Yes, second, Steve G. I agree with you guys. I think second or third for the Montreal Canadiens. Second for round two with CFG. And I think that would be the right call for the Montreal to be at the top three. And that would be fun. That would be fun. That would be good. That would be great. To have a great 25 game remaining. We gain maybe, you know, 14 win. Maybe not. Yeah, 14 win. 6 tie. That gave them 32 points, 34 points. So maybe 4 tie. Ab coach go with the third on that one. Third for Seki. It would be good to see Caulfield get 40 goals. If Suzuki get over 90 points. If Slafkovsky gets 60 points. If Hudson get 80 points. If Caulfield also get 80 points. Who can score 10 goals again this year? Who's going to get more goals? It's going to be fun to see the rest of the live year. Obviously, go second and third. Next one, guys. Darbash more game over Montembeau. Tobesh more game over Montembeau. We have 25 game. We have 5 back-to-back game. We have 5 3-game and 4 night. But you expect Tobesh get 14 start. Montembeau 11 start. Do you think Montembeau play more at Tobesh for the remaining of the season as a starter? Let me know the chat. Eminem, second for Eminem. Ovio, thanks absolutely for enough tap. Larry N, thanks. I appreciate your passion. He love the sport. Take care. Thanks so much, Larry N. Very kind of you. You don't know, and I will tell you, Larry, how much you're helping the channel to stay alive every day. Larry N. So I'm really grateful and thankful, not only for me, because I think this channel is not only me, it's all of us. So what you do for the channel, those people like or Enartap and Luciano and PL, everybody are really thankful and grateful for your contribution, Larry. And Abs, nope. Stay to best less que Montembeau. Montembeau have a break. Will turning around. Ab coach about that one. There we go. That gave us the next two one guys to go. YRJ. Next one, Montreal Canadiens 3-point et plus this week. Oh, and Artab say absolutely. He said 3 point. I said 2 point me, so I said not allowed. But do you expect Montreal to get 3 point this week? Elaborate again. Thank you again, Steve G. About that, and don't forget, guys, the fantasy hockey can return. Run anytime, crash beer. It's all good. Toby for Ovizio. And I thought, absolutely, I know. You said 3 point last night. You tried to sell it to me. I'll be happy to get 3 point after that. I go with 2. But yes, for a run with Kings. When one OVT lost Abel for 3 point. How many game and who they play? 2 game only. Steve, apologize, Steve. 2 game Islanders and Washington. OVT said yes. And final last one, guys, of the night is Florida finish at the bottom 8 at the Atlantic Division. Are you absolutely agree or you are not allowed to agree with that one? And Florida finish at the bottom. Larry Ann coming up on the 3rd year sober, but I heard you. And congratulations, run for that. You deserve that. Four point for Ozil. Stay go with 3. Thanks so much. Florida finish at the bottom 8 at the Atlantic Division. Let me know in the chat. 3 point for Eminem. Steve, 7 or 8, Steve. Yeah, definitely. I'll be honest with you guys. I gave them 8. Like, absolutely for me. I don't see how they can go all the way around. I think they're going to shut down players. I think they're going to give up, not because they want to give up. It's just they don't. They think is the best way to get a better pick. And I think this is the way Bill Zito with the absolute expert want to sell up some players. Here we go. I agree with you about that in our tap. And that's, guys, conclude another show of the Ab Nation. I'll be back tomorrow night. We expect Jim Berenger going to be the insider. He's going to be with us for about 1 hour. He's going to do an overview of what he heard about the NHL. So we're going to give you that. I know it's the third time we're going to talk about hockey, guys. I may be shrink the show tomorrow night only at 90 minutes. And then Wednesday, we do the game Tampa Bay Lightning versus Toronto. Why? It's not because of Toronto, guys. What I'm doing right now, I'm trying to do a lot of live stream game NHL to follow up the playoff. So you're going to see me more to go around the Montreal Canadiens game, and that's the reason behind that. So expect, and we'll talk about Montreal during the intermission, everything like that. So the hockey quiz is coming back, and the way also those games absolutely for cash fan and in our tap. Rats 8 for Ovidio, M&M 6 or 7 in our tap. Who do you see leaving Florida? Greer is the only one, the name we mentioned about him, I believe. He is the only one. They have no Zek, but he is hurt. They have other player, but there is not a big piece of the puzzle to get traded. So I think AJ Gear is the one I think the owners would like to get, or any team on the playoff would like to get a guy like that. And the Montreal Canadiens looking for him. Interesting. Who knows? That's the kind of player you like to get at the bottom 6. Rodriguez and possibly Marchand or Barbowski. I don't see Marchand out. Rodriguez maybe another one. For him, I think he has 1 more year to go. But it's a good point. I think Rodriguez, but I don't see Marchand or Barbowski out. I'll be shocked. Hey, it was fun to do like this. I make a template, but it looked like we follow up. Great conversation tonight. I don't know you enjoyed it like I did, but I think it was fun to see all of you back at the house with me. I know you get more excited. I know you want to Montreal play back on the ice. Couple more nights, guys. Going to get there. Don't worry about that. And I can't wait to see all of you at the tomorrow night and Wednesday, Thursday. You're welcome, a newcomer, and I love what I can intimidate when I gave up on the ice hockey with the Canucks. And it's what it is, and you cannot control this support or any support, but rise above it. I love you all. Larry, and what a kind award you mentioned to us. You're welcome, M&M. Have a great night. LDP, enjoy the Newfoundland. For the night, thanks, go. You're welcome with you. Have a great night, Mr. Ab. Coach, by the way, have an amazing, great night, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. And the only reason it'll get better is because, not because in our type de channel also, because they are already.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
And we have another goal at the end of this show, guys. Larry N. Thank you, Larry N. Larry N scored a goal, guys, at the Hockey Nation show. Second goal tonight. Very generous, Mr. Larry N. We're going to get an assist on that one. Mr. Cash Fan deserves an assist on that one. And, of course, we're going to get an assist to my friend Steve G. Get an assist on that one, too. Be well, BL. Find a way not only to donate your day, but find a way to donate the first half or what? As you can we said 2026. Until then, my friend, we want to thank Larry Ann for a great generosity tonight. We want to thank Moderator Luciano back in the house. Welcome back, Luciano. We miss you, buddy. Hopefully, you're doing well, you and your family. Enough that again with us. And of course, we want to thank RJ Calabo, the news and update. Run with Kings, the moderator for the Kings and Utah. And all of you to be with me tonight at the Hockey Nation Show. Thanks for all the likes. And we want to take a time here to, of course, to pray for many people with help. The parents for Enoch Tap, Pete Martin with surgery, and many others some kind of health problem. So we think about all of you guys. We pray, we talk, and hopefully you have a speed recovery to come back sooner, faster, and better and stronger. The Hockey Nation, the Am Nation, and all the new animal and the kingdom of the talent. One thing. So we love you, friends. Have a good night, everybody. I will see you next time tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Don't miss it. And thanks again, Ab Coach, to be with us tonight. Booyah!